Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening, depending on when you get to see this. I'm Margaret Claire Jacobs, and I work with and have the great joy of being a part of the stream of consciousness awakening of the mothers. For all who get to see this, you are joined in this time of elevating, of coming to certain kinds of answers within us. This is the recording for August, and August is such an amazing month. We bring in Lionsgate, and we are so excited about the entry of the white lions, the Lyran aspect of our planet. And as I was getting ready to do this time with you and asking for the guidance that I need to be present and speak with and for them with joy, I happened to open up my dragon book, which is called Dragons, Your Celestial Guardians. And it's written by Diana Cooper. She's on YouTube. You can look up all kinds of information about the dragons in particular, but she's written about angels and unicorns and the fae and where we are. A book that's now a few years old called The New Earth, the Golden Earth. We are creating this. And although in the midst of that, the old is breaking up, which is a necessary step, and we all agreed to be here. And we all are contributing. And by contributing, I mean vibration. We are all bringing forth our truth, our willingness to go into the depths of ourselves, to clear up any energies that do not belong anymore. It's like you're carrying 100 pounds of weight on your back with all the parts that are now ready to have us choose freedom. Sometimes it is difficult. Sometimes it is frightening. Some of the events that are happening, if you listen to the news, which I choose not to, it leaks through anyway. I get the sufficient amount. I'm not burying my head in the sand. It's rather, when I look at it, how does it resonate within me? Can I take in what I need to be aware, to send light to it, to convert it, transmute it? Yes, I know there are many, many of the humanity of life who are suffering, who are moving through the extremes of all this change. I believe that we picked our lives, and then we forgot. We looked at it from the viewpoint of creator energy for our growth, our soul being, our willingness to change, our willingness to become aware of others. And yet, with compassionate heart, be able to see what is truly ours and what is another's. We can no longer do for others what is theirs to do. In truth, we never could, but we thought we could. That was part of our caregiving, our loving, our doing, and there's a balance to it. It isn't that you stop caring or loving, no. It's that you understand what cares for you first. And that has always been taught as being selfish, but it really is self-caring. We must do that. It's like put on the oxygen mask first, and then you can help the others. If you go out, they may not be able to sustain themselves without the vibration of you. And so, I want to go into the toning. I want to bring the vibration that keeps us functioning in the alive state, in the state of being compassionate heart. To look at life through a variety of lenses that filter, that allow us to see the bigger picture, bit by bit. We have our experiences, we have our growth, we have the things that we're still working towards. It's not a done deal, but it is, well, in a way it is, because I truly do believe that we are here with purpose, that we are following a certain path, and we have free will. And I choose to use my free will as best I can, with awareness, with loving detachment, and with the idea that each of us are contributing. We may not always see it that way, but even something as simple as a smile can light up someone else. When you can be that spark of light in the darkness, then others can see as well. We are a part of this stream of consciousness that is allowing us to move through these aspects that are very, very difficult. And in holding the space for ourselves, in the light of the mothers, and I'm going to bring forward my Andara, which is Mama, and she is shape-shifting. She has multiple faces in her. Andaras are from Lemuria. Andaras are a part of the journey. They came to me a number of years ago. And if anyone is ever interested in how to obtain one, and to be sure it is truly of that vibration, you can contact me at Margaret Claire Jacobs at Gmail. And I'm going to go back in. And we can, in fact, move inward and outward to be always in the connection, in the stream of consciousness, even when we are distracted, even when we are feeling as though we've been run over by a Mack truck, even when our physicality hurts, even when we recognize that what is occurring is this incredible stream of light coming in from the planets, from the cosmos, from the universe, from the creator energy. All of it is a part of the whole. All of it is a part of our truth. We are approaching Lionsgate. It is a huge portal of change, transmutation. It isn't just change for the sake of change. It isn't just, oh, here's something else to learn. It's a combination of many things, but we now have the assistance of the white lions. They are beings that have been in my life as portals, as opening. I see them in the ancient construction, so to speak, pulling the chariots with wings that we may fly. We have been gifted with these various openings, portals, increasing vibration, in order for us, from our humanity, to move more swiftly into this transition into fifth dimension. More and more is opening for us, and in our physicality we are changing from the carbon model to the crystalline. And just like computers, it gives you more information, it gives you swiftness, it helps you change from the inside out. We must take a look at our energy. What is depleting it? How do we love ourselves first? And then we have more than enough to assist others in holding the space of love. You can be most effective when you are seeing them in the container of their truth, their courage. And yes, many are suffering in the terms of they must recognize that what they value, what they have counted on in safety, what they have assumed was safety. And that is all shifting and changing. And we are bringing about this magnificent alignment. So we are uplifted. And the pain and suffering that we have lived through of that third dimension, the denseness, is leaving. It is allowing us to transition into fifth. And we've been back and forth into fourth. It's a different aspect of this bridging. And all of us have gone through the various stages of one foot in one place, one foot in another, and sometimes we've even gone into higher dimensions. Very often it's that creative voice, that understanding that you watch in amazement at where you're being led and what is opening and what is closing, who is present in your life and who you must walk away from. It is not done from selfishness. It is done in that their vibration and your vibration have shifted. They have the opportunity to shift into whatever is their soul path, whatever works for them. It is not or right or wrong. They are good people. There is no them and us. It's all the same and very individualized in our uniqueness. A conundrum, perhaps. And yet at the same time, it allows us to vibrate in such a manner that every day we have the opportunity to be in joy. In reading, in preparation for speaking with the mothers, through the mothers, there was a chapter in here of the green and gold dragons from Jupiter. And it was all about, they bring joy. Joy is our birthright. And that doesn't mean you see everything through rose-colored glasses. It means that each of us are being allowed to experience the joy that feeds us. And joy isn't a big party every day. Could be, but joy is also in the midst of pain and suffering that you witness. You are able to bring from your compassionate heart a level of understanding. Each one chose their path. And although that's very difficult for many, what we say to you is this: it was an agreement that was forgotten. And there is, in this now time, a huge amount of support for everyone to shift out. When you hold sacred peace, you are being actively engaged in creating this vastness of love. That is our job. That is the way that we of the mothers support and give you a stream of consciousness that allows you to see through things that otherwise you might not have noticed. You might not have been aware even of the pain and suffering of another. You are not there to shift it. You are there to offer a mirror that perhaps you can hold in the space with them and reflect back to them their courage, their ability to see them through the eyes of the Creator, their beings that support them. No one is alone. And yes, we feel that frequently. And a lot are feeling as though what is happening now is so unjust, so unfair. We agreed to be here. We agreed to be the sustaining factor, but you must sustain yourselves. Get outside, walk on the earth. Be aware of the sun on your face, on your body. Be aware of the consciousness that comes in the clouds. They speak to you. They offer you solace, creativity, fantasy, allowing the escape, so to speak, from the intensity we must create with our guards, with our guardians and our angels, all that is that supports us. We are not kind of just dumped into this space and time. And we tell you that as we travel through all the spaces, nothing is left that is there to sneak up on you, so to speak. It is all about the shift and change of the opening within our heart for forgiveness of ourselves first, of the beingness that comes and helps you see through a different lens. That is the mothers, that is the beings of light, that is the Galactic Federation bringing in new streams of consciousness. That is all the parts of us that are already there. This one is a reminder to look inside. Her experiences have been real, have been painful frequently. And yet in going to freedom, there are many aspects that need to be surrendered. That in great trust, you leap into the void, into the unknown. And out of that comes a knowing that many, many times in your lives, you have shifted out of something. And it wasn't until later on, very often, that you got to see the why, the wherefore. Or you realized, oh, I chose to stay in that pain and suffering for a while longer so I could learn what there is to teach me. It is not for pain and suffering. It is for freedom. And we don't know that until we take the step. Each of you are guided. You have dragons that support you. Archangel Michael and the deep blue dragons are one of the beings that I call on every day. I am reminded frequently when the life gets busy. But the mothers are constantly aligning things in front of me. Each of us have that happening. Recognize it. We have the mothers come that you may open your hearts even more graciously, even more in this stream of consciousness that allows your beam of light to stand out so much that others see it in their own field. Absorb it in a way that allows support. They are not alone. That the things they question, the parts that they envision, can frequently be an entrapment. What will happen with the world, with the money, with the food, with the environment, with those I love, are all questions. That's part of being human. And very often, the answers we receive can send us into a bigger spin. But we say to you, when you recognize that's what's happening, create a sound, a hum, any sound, a cry, a joy. Listen to the birds. Listen to the purr of a cat. The closeness of the animals that support and love you, that want to and do take on aspects of your own soul journey to assist you. That's why they're in your life. They are a part of our guardians, beings that are sent to us. We say all of these things that you may radiate that love that is yours, always. You do not have to earn it. You are not broken. You do not need to be fixed. Rather, you are taking off the masks, the things that have covered over what you innately know. Use your third eye, the forehead, as a communication of love. Here, without words, you can say what's in your heart. This is who I am. This is what I want for you. I cannot always speak it to you because you cannot hear it. However, I see in you your knowing, your divine love. That's what I am sending an awareness of to you. That your heart open and receive so that your answers for you begin to show up in clarity, in love, in joy. You are stepping more and more into your own power. You are able to see things, and there are stages. There are parts that can be assisted. This is part of what this one does. It is part of the joy of her life. It is why she does what she does, because of the parts that are also seen of pain and suffering. It is not ignored. It is rather, in what way can I assist? Can the mothers assist? Can your angels and guardians assist you to walk through it with ease, grace, and abundance? Remembering that whatever you focus on, you feed. As being human, all of the emotions are a part of the journey, not right or wrong. They can swallow you up if that is the path that you need to take to learn some aspect and be willing to give up perhaps an old view. Or if you need to be in that state for a while, you are able to remember, keep a first aid kit, so to speak, a picture that brings a smile, family, children, animals, your favorite movie, something that has made you laugh. We are co-creators. We are not helpless. We are being given everything we need. It is being able to see it, is able to be reminded of that, that allows us to come into our consciousness in greater freedom. This is all about freedom of movement, of awakening. We are co-creating our new earth. We are co-creating our joy, our love. We are allowing ourselves to move into the new earth. A lot of what we have already done in this lifetime has shifted and changed each one tremendously, or you wouldn't be hearing this. And we know of your great compassionate heart, and we allow many aspects to bring you joy just by being. It isn't about the doing. It's about taking that time to sit and admire the moon, the ocean, watching children play, the freedom of our inner child. All of it brings joy. And so, in this tremendous opening of Lionsgate, we are still being impacted by the many beings that have come into our lives. Mary Magdalene's feast day was last week, the 21st, 22nd of February, oh my goodness, July. February kept coming, of July. And with that, a part of the mother's energy increased to allow each one to take in more of the love, more of the energy of support. We are also getting ready in the Lionsgate opening to step into the Lyran love, the vision, the ability to see, to open up to who we are in that seeing, in that knowing aspect, that many things are aware. And even though with compassionate heart we look at the world and the areas that are suffering, and send it light and ease and grace. As all is coming into this shift, know you are part of it. Know there are more and more light forces working. We are converting those aspects that have appeared as separation, light and dark, positive and negative. If you think of a battery, you need both to have a charge. And that is what these aspects have been bringing forward. With so much love, we send you peace. Yeko hasata te kumera ratu ha. Yeko. How? How? We love you.